Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, a very special guest, an OPM icon, a great father, a great businessman, and a great singer and composer on, sa dito po sa V81 Radio LA. For the first time, let's all welcome Sir Jose Marichan. Hey!
Hello, Papa Gio. Hello,
Hello,
thank you
sir.
very much for inviting me on your radio show. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our kababayans wherever you are. Good afternoon to all of you. Good evening to those New Yorkers from Chicago. Good evening.
Good
Yeah.
evening. It's nice to see you, sir. It's a ilang buwan nang naka-lockdown. I think we started in March.
Yeah. Right.
And now we're here virtual. Ayan, no, may nagyeyehay na agad. O pakilabas nga dyan. Yehey daw. Ayan. So,
Hajima, Maria Fe-san,
Maria Fe-
o genki desu ka?
I love that.
You know why, Maria
Yeah.
Fe? Because my wife and I lived in Osaka for maybe together we lived there for about 7 months, but my wife was there for a year and a half in Osaka, in a place called Minoshi, Osaka.
Osaka. Oh, ayan, no.
Mary Grace Kopi. Oh, may aga man si imo, Mary Grace. So nagainom ka na sa imo nga kopi.
I was hesitant na mag-joke, pero hearing you, sir, doing that, nako, this is going to be a fun episode.
At this time of the pandemic, Papa Gio, we have to be cheerful and hopeful in our hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, cheerful. First of all, the vaccine is already coming. Marita Antonio. Hello, Jose Marie. So happy to see you. Thank you, Marita Antonio. I had a good friend who was an architect, Pablo Antonio Jr. I don't know if you're related. Good morning, Joseph. Good Joseph Bayan.
He's from San Francisco. He's from San Francisco.
Yeah, beautiful city by the bay. I once composed a song called San Francisco and You.
Wow. Yeah. Dapat marinig natin yung mamaya yung mga Okay, another shout out, sir, if you may.
Roby Rehencia. A shout out po. DJ Roby. Oh, he's a DJ.
Yeah, he's part of the team.
Roby. I see. Hello, Roby. Yes. And greetings to all of your listeners of V81. Now, I'm curious, Papa Gio, why is it called 81? I mean, V is for Vargas. I know, but why 81?
81 because I think, sir, this is the first time I'm going to say on air, so be ready with your calculators. So 81 because that is the year that I was born. I was born in 1981.
Okay. All right, I see. Okay.
So now they know my age.
So Papa Gio was born just a few years before the EDSA revolution.
Yes.
A very momentous event in our country when we had the EDSA revolution, and then the Marcos dynasty was eased out, and they escaped to Hawaii. Yes. And so momentous event, the EDSA revolution, 1986.
1986. So that
you were only 5 years old.
Yes, I'm only 5. I think I have I have a picture wearing a headphone. Siguro yun ang naging mantra or yun naging dahil naging DJ ako. But ayan, another Ilonggo watching from Hong Kong.
Marites, maayong aga po sa may aga man na si imo, Marie. Diin ka ri ka di sa Philippines kaya nagamayong aga ka.
Nakatawa na. It's so good to hear that. I've been wanting to hear that for 7 years.
Shout out sa mga taga Iloilo. Mayong aga sa inyong tanan, mga pinalangga kung kauturan sa Iloilo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sir, Marita Antonio says Pablo Antonio is her uncle.
Oh, no kidding. Yes. June Antonio is one of my favorite persons. He is my favorite architect. Pablo Antonio Jr. Si June Antonio. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, another here, Sir John Guarnes is yes, proud Ilonggo din pala si John,
Ah,
no?
Guarnes. Okay, the music. Thank you, proud Ilonggo, John Guarnes. You know, in Iloilo, you can tell the town they're from the first letter of their family name. I'll give you an
Oh,
example.
example.
Guarnes starts with letter G, and almost always they're from Gimbal. Gimbal.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, Senator Frank Drilon is from Dumangas.
D.
Uh,
Yeah.
the Parcons, they're from Pototan. Okay. The
Oh,
Halandonis are from Haro. Yun,
Haro.
oh, yeah. The Domingos are from Dueñas. You
Uh-huh.
know? So you can tell. Like me, Chan. No, China pala yung Chan. So,
I like that. Yeah, well, ganun talaga Chan
Mas
China.
Paloma Claridad. Watching you from Bacolod City. I can't wait to hear you sing. Maisky, Paloma Claridad. Yeah.
Yeah.
We met your technician. He's
Yeah,
also Claridad.
that's his wife.
Oh, I see.
Wife.
Wow.
Oh.
Katahob sang imo nga asawa, ha? Si
Oh.
Maisky, katahob gali siya, Paloma.
Oh, kasi sabi ko kanina dito, sir, mga from, from mga Ilonggo or mga from the south, are gwapo, mga gwapo, kung mga gwapa gid ya. Diba?
Oo.
So, wala ginaya pamangko. Ayan, so John Guarnes is he's from Pavia, Iloilo. Pavia.
From Pavia. Oh, yeah. I know Pavia, Iloilo. Ginaagyan ko na to go to Santa Barbara. Naagyang Pavia.
Yeah. Pavia, Iloilo, Pavia, Bacolod.
Yeah.
Another
Hajima. Yeah.
Ayan. Another here a good classmate and a good friend of mine, they're living now in Orange County in here in California. Joseph Kwa, sabi niya, our family loves your song, especially my mom. That's my very good-looking high school classmate in Trinity.
Thank you, Joseph. Joseph is also from Bacolod.
He's from Bacolod, but he's now living here in California.
Yeah, because he also went to Trinity School where
Yes.
you went.
Yes.
Joseph, yeah. The Kwa, I know a lot of family named Kwa. And pareho na kami ni Joseph. Mataas ang amon agtang.
And, mataas agtang are intelligent people. Right?
Oo.
No.
Galing kay every morning, I have less hair to comb, more face to wash.
Coming from the icon. I love that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think we'll get back to the comments mamaya, no? But to those na naman, sir, the millennials, right? So here's a personal story. I have a niece who knows, kasi let's admit it, your songs are being covered by different artists with the new generation artists. So I told her, my guest would be Jose Marichan, and then who's Jose Marichan? And then I sang one of your songs, Beautiful Girl, A Love to Last. Oh, I hear that. Yeah, I'm watching that teleserie using your I'm not sure if you're familiar with A Love to Last, the teleserie in ABS-CBN. So
Yes. Bea Alonso and Be Careful With My Heart was Jody Santa Maria.
Jody Santa Maria and Richard Yap. So this young generations, they know the song, but they don't know the artist or the singer behind that song. Right?
Yeah.
So I think I know, sir, medyo kung natin, backtrack natin, mahaba ang usapan, no? But in a very short, brief story, walk us through your journey, sir, being, I know, makakapulutan ng magandang aral ito because, it's kasi hindi lang siya singer, songwriter, he's a very good businessman also. I could see his last name in Bacolod. So walk us through your journey, sir, into the music. How did it start?
Okay. Sige, I will take you on a journey of my being a singer-songwriter. I was born in Iloilo City.
Okay.
And in the 50s, we didn't have television yet. But our main source of entertainment was the radio and the movies. Okay, movies and radio. So I grew up listening to DYRL in Bacolod,
I know that.
DYRI, DYHF, DYOO in Iloilo. So all through my life, music was streaming through my head. And it was like they were planting tiny seeds in my subconscious that would eventually reap a bountiful harvest. And so the songs that I have written all these years must have been influenced by the songs that I grew up with. You know, I mean, I won't mention all the songs that that I loved growing up as a child in Iloilo, but I also enjoyed singing along to the radio. And I was only 9 years old when my yaya took me to a radio station in Iloilo.
Nice.
It was a Sunday afternoon. There was a radio show called Children's Hour. And I remember Ray Pareño was the host. And I sang a song there for the first time in public. And I sang the song Granada by Frankie Lane.
Oh,
and then,
Villame.
No. Frankie Lane. Frankie Lane was a famous American singer. And then in school, in my grade school, high school, I enjoyed singing in school programs until I was part of a band. In those days, we would call the band a combo.
Combo, yeah.
Yeah, combo meaning a combination of guitar, drums, bass, and vocals. So I was inspired in 1958. I was 13 years old because all of a sudden there came a wave of singer-songwriters. Remember, Papa Gio, before then, the Frank Sinatra, the Doris Day, the Perry Como, they were all singing songs that were written by others.
Yes.
In 1958, a new breed of singer-songwriters like Paul Anka, Teddy Randazzo came into the scene. And so I was impressed that these singers were singing songs that they themselves wrote. And because of that, I was inspired to also start composing. So I must have written about 20, 30 songs before I came out with my first recording. Those 20 or 30 songs, if you listen to them now, you would say they were derivative. They sounded like the songs that were popular at that time. Naging kopya ko, kinopya ko lang. So it took about 3-4 years before I could write something that I considered original. And I remember I was about maybe 15 years old when I approached a music teacher from University of San Agustin, and I said, "Sir, I would like to request if you could listen to my songs, and then please give me your opinion about it." So he said, "Okay, all right." So I played it, and then at the end he said, "Okay, what's your name?" Joe Marie Chan. Okay, Joe Marie Chan. Your song is both beautiful and original.
Yes.
However, the part that's original is not beautiful, and the part that's beautiful is not original. meaning to say nga, kinopya ko lang. Yeah. You know, so if you listen, so yung mga 20 or 30 songs that I wrote before then, I have just kept them there, but I don't dare to sing them because people will say, "Oh,
copyright lang." But speaking of writing songs, and I know you after that, syempre history, ano na yun, you write songs. How do you write songs, sir? How do you? Is it coming from an emotion, or how do you write songs?
Okay, first of all, I have to confess that I cannot read music notes. I never took up music. I'm unable to write notes. So what I do is I compose in my head and in my heart. And in order for me to remember them, I tape it on a cassette or on my phone, and then what I do so that I remember, I write down do re mi fa sol la ti do 1 2 3 4 5 6, you know, and so that I will not forget. So, for example, tell me your name, do re mi fa sol la ti do. You know, I write down the numbers so that I will not forget. That's how I write my songs, and almost always, it's the melodies that come to me first. Sometimes when I'm driving and then a melody comes, so I stop on the road and I record it so that I will not forget. Sometimes before I go to sleep, a melody comes to me, and I said, yeah, that's a beautiful melody. Sige, in the morning when I wake up, I'll write it down. But then when that happens, in the morning, nakalimutan ko na yung melody. So that's why I referred to it as a song in the night. I have lost you, beautiful girl, like a song in the night. So the thing to do is, as soon as the melody comes, do not throw it away or do not keep it on the side. Write it down so that you will remember it, because otherwise it may not come back to you anymore.
Yeah, so I think same thing with an idea, sir. Like, same, that's my yun ang ano ko na parang when something comes up in my mind, an idea or something, a joke or something, I usually write it down or well, for now, some tech people, they put it on your cell phone, right, a notepad, and well, it's very oh, here another comment from Kim Agsam. It says the Cliff Richard of the Philippines. Wow.
Kim, thank you very much, but I don't consider myself the Cliff Richard of the Philippines. Although when I was in college, he was one of my musical idols. I've always loved Cliff Richard songs, and in my combo, in my band, I would sing Cliff Richard songs, and that's when I discovered that the timbre of my voice resembled that of Cliff Richard. So, you know, I guess by singing his songs, you try to imitate him, to ape him. And one time when Cliff Richard came to the Philippines for a concert, I was invited by the British ambassador to his residence, and so it was a meet and greet. So I was able to shake hands with him, take picture with him, and then I was introduced to him by the other guests. This is the Cliff Richard of the Philippines. He looked amused, but I was a little bit conscious, because when you say you're the Cliff Richard of the Philippines, meaning you're an imitation.
Copycat again.
Because I would like to think that I'm an original.
Yes.
With all my defects, with all my imperfections, I mean, I cannot compare myself. Cliff Richard has been knighted by the Queen of England. He is now known as Sir Cliff Richard. Hello there. Good to see you. Thank you very much.
I like that. Okay, so going back, so after that, fast forward, how did you enter showbiz and the mainstream music industry?
All right. Yeah. In 1965, I was in college, and I was very active, singing in school concerts, school programs, campus festivals. I would always be asked to sing until I became a regular master of ceremonies, or what they call MC. I would handle, let's say, a whole a campus festival, and then there would be many combos that would be guesting, and I would be the one to make jokes at the beginning and then introduce them one by one, and then I would always introduce my original songs. Okay, and that's when ABS-CBN sort of spotted me. So in 1965, I was approached by the late Pete Roa, who came to the house asking if I could MC or host a television show on Channel 9. At that time, Channel 9 was the ABS-CBN station.
Yes.
Channel 9. and to host a TV show called Nine Teeners. Why? Essentially, Nine Teeners was a copy of the campus concerts that I was emceeing, you see. So since I was emceeing shows in St. Scholastica, in Maryknoll, Assumption, Ateneo, La Salle, so they wanted to create a television show for teenagers, and they called it Nine Teeners. So they wanted me to do exactly what I was doing in those campus shows. Okay, so they came to the house and invited me. So to make a long story short, I was a host for about a year in that show. Nice. And remember, I was still in college. So I would do this like, you know, after school, I would drive all the way to Rojas Boulevard, where ABS-CBN was at that time. It was called Dewey Boulevard. Yeah, it was named after the American Admiral Dewey. Yes. Anyway, so then I became like somewhat of a, you know,
singer host or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
So then in 1967, a year later, a recording producer approached me and offered me my first ever recording. So I did my first single, and it was a song called Afterglow.
Afterglow.
And you can get it on Spotify, yes. Afterglow, 1967, my first ever recording. And it was just a single.
Yes.
And side A was Afterglow, side B was Pines. Pines as in pine tree, Pines. And so that led, the song did not really become a major hit. No, it was fairly popular, but it led to a bigger recording deal from a giant recording company called Dyna.
Dyna.
Yeah, in 1968, therefore, a year later, they produced my first LP, my first album called Deep in My Heart. All original songs, Deep in My Heart. So that's when I became known as because that song, Deep in My Heart, became a national hit. So a singer-songwriter. And I'd like to think that encouraged other singer-songwriters to come up to the forefront. Yes. And so, yeah, then more and more singer-songwriters came into the field.
Nice. Somebody's asking, what's side A though? So that's so for the side A is not a band, side A is a cassette tape.
No, it's a record.
Record, sorry, record. Yeah.
Okay, for those of you who are not familiar, you can ask your parents. And if your parents don't know, you can ask your grandparents. Okay, let me explain. The record was very small with a big hole in the middle. The big hole was for an adapter. And it was called a 45 RPM record. RPM stands for revolutions per minute. 45 revolutions per minute. So you have to put it on a turntable and then play it. So only one song per side. Yeah. Side A. So side B is the flip side, what they call. And so, yeah. There are still many record collectors who have a stack of 45 RPMs. And that led to a bigger record called long playing record, LP. Vinyl record.
Yes.
And it was 33 1/3 RPM. 33 1/3 revolutions per minute. And it would contain about 12 songs on side A and side B. So
yeah, I think ginagamit pa yan ng mga mobile DJs now. If you are familiar with mobile DJ, so yeah, you could. Somebody's asking from John Guarnes. I hope we could hear a little of "Deep in My Heart" song from Sir JMC.
Okay, so my first single is "Afterglow," not "Deep in My Heart." Afterglow went like this. We're at the afterglow of what we both do know as the spring of our youth. We've loved and shared the dawn and hoped that we'd go on, 'cause even that dawn had to go. Love has to cry, but need not die. Heart has to sigh the test of time. And then deep in my heart, a year later, 1968, was deep in my heart, I love you. Deep in my heart, I care. You are my life, my everything, my dream, my every prayer. Of course, it will sound better kung may -1, no? But I don't have my -1 here.
Yeah.
So, better go to Spotify.
Better go to Spotify. You know, mga millennials ngayon, ano, if you you want to know more this about Sir JMC and the songs na ito yung mga I think may nag-comment kanina na there's one particular song of yours, sir, that I think she used for ano yun yung napasagot niya yung kanyang can you go back to that comment Gel ano yun yeah go up meron dyan, I think it was Marites or Marita, the song Please Be Careful With My Heart was the song wait hold on
Maria Fe is requesting for Please Be Careful With My Heart. Request solo, lagi kong kinakanta sa SMUL.
Smule. Yeah, Smule is an app that you could sing together with somebody else na you don't know. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
In the late 80s, hindi ko makalimutan yung song na Please Be Careful With My Heart kasi naging team song namin ng BF ko. Ginupit ko pa yung lyrics sa song hits at nilagay sa picture frame. Wow! Yes. So, the part of the girl was, if you love me like you tell me, please be careful with my heart. You can take it, just don't break it, or my world will fall apart. You are my first romance, and I'm willing to take a chance that till life is through, I'll still be loving you. I remember, I will be true to you. Yeah, just a promise from you will do. From the very start, please be careful with my heart.
It's a we call it pambansang theme song of those people who are in love, and even ginamit sa isang teleserye, you know. But since you signed the song Please Be Careful With My Heart, what's the inspiration of that, sir?
Okay,
it's very special to all Filipinos kasi pag sinabing oh, beautiful girl, please be careful.
Yeah. Thank you. And in that teleserye of Jody Santa Maria and Richard, okay, at the end of the teleserye, they got married, and then they invited me to sing at that quote unquote wedding reception.
Yes, I watched that.
That was my only proud moment that I appeared also in a teleserye.
In a cameo role.
Yeah. Anyway, Marites says, hi daw, mahibit na gid ko, sir. Ay, hindi ka lang maghibit. Oh, thank you for singing the song.
I really like Sir JMC when speaking in speaking in Ilonggo. It's so refreshing.
Rosario Kahukom Bradbury. Whenever I'm in the Philippines, I see him in the church. He serves there as a lector. Yes, I'm a lector in my church. And yeah, thank you very much, Rosario. I know a kahukom, a real estate broker.
Rosario is one of our hosts here. He's part of the 81 Radio family.
Yeah, and Bradbury. Oh, wow. She's married to a Canadian, I guess, or somebody from California.
Yeah, I just know Cadbury, not Bradbury.
Bradbury. The very famous Bradbury is Ray Bradbury.
Oh, okay.
You don't know Ray Bradbury?
No.
Look it up. Look
Oh,
it,
Ray
go,
Bradbury. I'll
yeah,
look it
go
up.
to Alexa and find out who Ray Bradbury is.
Oh, my sister, my family in Bacolod are watching. Here goes my sister. There you go.
I'm a proud sissy or Papa Gio listening. Hi, Sir GMC. I'm a big fan of yours. My husband used to sing "Afraid for Love" too. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how he won your heart.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Hey,
Yeah,
that's,
because
yeah.
"Afraid for Love to Fade" is something that I wrote to express the feeling of a young man courting a girl, but he's shy, and he's afraid that that he would be rejected. So that's the theme of "Afraid for Love to Fade." I can't let you pass me by, I just can't let you go. But I know that I am much too shy to let you know. Afraid that I might say the wrong words and displease you. Afraid for love to fade before it can come true.
Hey!
Thank you.
So
Thank
glad
you.
to hear that live. It's so good. Yeah, nako, I well, honestly, I've been watching. That was used also in a teleserye, "A Love to Last." I think Ian Veneracion sang that to Bea Alonso, right?
Yes, yes. And I'm still waiting, pero tapos na yung serye, no? I'm still
Yes.
waiting for them to invite me to do a cameo role, but bye na lang.
I think that was 3 years ago. So I've been watching that in I Want the TFC app.
Yeah. So
But
until now, I have not met Bea Alonso. So it is one of my dreams to meet her.
to meet her. Another Ilonggo. This is my classmate, my schoolmate in Trinity. My girl, my woman, and my friend are one of my GMC's favorites.
Chris, taga Bacolod ka man?
Taga Bacolod, gina siya, sir. Taga Bacolod.
Now.
Yeah.
Wonder. Amo nang iyang family name? Is that her family name? Wonder.
I think no. S, I think that starts with letter. Salapante. Salapante is her.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're my girl, my woman, my friend, and that's how it's gonna be till the end. Loving you is what I live for, and I can't ask for anything more.
Yun. It's just an instant request, Okay.
Ang tsura ko daw jukebox.
Okay, I have a killer question later on before we end the show. But here, let's read some more. Yeah, my sister says, "Thank you for singing our favorite song, sir."
Mega Jam. Okay, Mega Jam. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be guesting in Papa Gio's show.
My mom Ruth is watching also, and she said, "Oh, you better get ready because you have a GMC guest." So yeah, my mom is watching too. All right, here's another question. Bakit daw napakaganda pa rin ng boses niya, hindi nagbabago? What is your secret?
That's being asked by Marife, no? Nakajima. Hey, I hear music.
Yeah, that's your song. Yeah, I'm playing it in the background.
Yeah. Okay. To answer your question, I don't smoke. Smoke is a killer. Cigarette is a killer. Not only will it destroy your lungs, but it could also affect your singing voice.
Okay.
I have known many singers na nasira yung boses prematurely because of smoking. So I try to drink about 10 glasses of water a day to hydrate. And I also minimize taking alcohol. I love beer. I drink red wine. I don't drink whiskey. I don't drink brandy. I love champagne occasionally. But yeah, so that's how you preserve your voice. And the other thing is also you have to get enough sleep at night.
Yeah, sleep.
I remember we had friends that belonged to combos or groups and banda. They would play the whole night in a bar. a lot of people smoking. So secondhand smoke can also affect your voice. And they would come home at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he would only have about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So kulang ng tulog, kulang ng water, smoking, alcohol can destroy your vocal cords.
It's very interesting to know, sir, that because some young singers now, they say, oh, you just sip a little of wine or something to clear your throat, and then you're good. So
No.
but I think it depends on the person, ano, kung ano yung
The best way to clear your throat is by water. Either you gargle with warm salted water, gargle, or just keep drinking. Just keep drinking.
Yes, keep on
That's
drinking.
Barry Rivera.
Another one. Ang ganda po ng song na Christmas in Our Hearts kanina, pinakikinggan na din po ng apo ko. Sabi niya ang ganda at mahilig din sa music. Only 5 years old, and that 5 years old boy knows your song.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you. God has blessed me with that song that, it has been 30 years since that song came out.
30.
And 30 years. And now the song is being taught by teachers to their students. And so the new generation, the next generation knows that song well.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, I thank God that song will be sung and sung long after I'm gone. So that's a gift from God. And I'm very grateful.
I remember in your MTV, maliit pa si your daughter in that music video.
She was still in college at that time, Papa Gio. I forget, she was only 18 or 19 years old. Oh.
Yeah. Alam naman din sa Pilipinas when Burr month comes, September, October, November, your songs are being played all over, malls, in cars, at home. But this your Christmas album, really, yun yung parang nung kumbaga parang naging trademark na of a Filipino, traditional Filipino celebration, right? So just a brief story, sir, about that Christmas in Our Heart song, because it's even my American friends, I played it to them and they said, when you hear this song in the Philippines, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, and it's happy feeling.
Originally I asked Lea Salonga to sing that song with me.
Oh.
Yeah. And immediately she said yes. Unfortunately, hindi siya pinayagan ng recording company to which she was under contract. And so eventually it was my daughter who agreed to sing the song with me. And buti na lang, perfect, because what is better than a father-daughter singing a Christmas song, right?
Exactly.
So again, I think the hand of the Holy Spirit was on that song from the very, very start. Yeah,
it's a father-daughter, and full of love, full of happiness, full of great Christmas feeling spirit. All right. Shout out to Christina, Divina, and Myra from Long Beach. We have viewers from mga Filipinos from Long Beach here in California.
Hello, Christina. Hello, Myra.
Okay, so right now in this pandemic, sir, so what keeps you busy? I know the last week we had our original schedule was last week, but with business commitments, I know you are so busy, and we are so thankful that you said yes to us. But during this pandemic, anong pinagkakaabalahan ni Sir JMC during this pandemic?
Every morning I do my brisk walk on the treadmill. We stay at home most of the time. We hear mass online every day. And but I'm able to go to the office about 2 hours a day, 2 to 3 hours a day. But what I miss most is flying to Bacolod, because my main work is really there in Negros. So that's what I miss. And I'm hoping that soon this darkness will be lifted from the planet, and we will be able to go back to our normal lives. But I don't know. I mean, the vaccine seems to be light at the end of the tunnel, but we still have to wait because, as you know, the virus has that ability to mutate. And now I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I think the virus is very clever. First of all, it is unseen, so we have to be very careful.
Yes.
But it has the ability to mutate. So if you come up with a vaccine and they know na, oops, vaccine, they're going to mutate. And so what will happen is you have to again invent something stronger to fight it. Ganyan ang virus eh.
Mhm.
I remember in the 50s or 60s, we thought we had already defeated tuberculosis.
Yes.
If you remember, what they call TB.
Mhm.
No? And then, recently, I think last year or 2 years ago, bumalik. Bumalik ang TB. And it is stronger. So now science has to come up with a formulation that is stronger to defeat that. You know, so that's part of the planet's immune system. You know, immune system. So we have to still be very careful. But
Yep.
anyway, I'm beginning to sound like a professor.
That's coming from you, sir. You know, with all your experiences and kung ano mga nangyari in the past. You know, but yeah, Let's we have another 5 minutes then before we end the program. Okay, so I think may ano sa akin din. Somebody messaged me about gusto niya balikan yung pagko-compose, ano. Ito, I think they want from Canada. They want to know kung talagang totoo ba na you also compose jingles in the past.
Okay, where in Canada is she from? Or he?
Regina. No, it starts with letter S.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Saskatchewan. Yeah, there you go.
Papa Gio.
Mm.
No wonder you're called Papa Gio.
Why?
Your memory is already failing like
Coming from JMC. Yeah.
Okay, so
probably.
Your friend is from Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Okay. The question is.
Oh, that's my mom. Sorry, that's my mom. Ruth Vargas. Pag nag-bear month na mag-start, I love to hear the song wherever I see girls and boys selling lanterns on the street. Feeling Christmas is on the air na. Yeah, there you go.
Mayong ugtuda sa imo, Inday Ruth. Oh, kabay pa nga, you will continue to have good health.
There you go. Yeah, that's our wish for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back. So,
what's the question of the Canadian?
Did you ever well, she wants to confirm na kung nagko-compose ka din daw ba ng jingles for TV commercials?
Yes, I have written maybe over 100 commercial jingles over the years, but perhaps most of those will not be familiar to you, especially if you grew up in the United States or you know, but maybe for Papa Gio.
Try me, sir. Try me one. Okay.
Sa lasa't lasa, walang tatalo sa Alaska. You remember that?
Yeah, that joke. That's my routine.
Okay, so
wala pa rin tatalo sa Alaska.
There are Chinese soups and there are Chinese soups, but there is nothing like nori or Chinese soup. Nori is one of a kind. Nori is the best you can find. Nori is easy to cook. Just add one egg.
Dun, 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 dun. Nori or Chinese.
Yeah. And then, Ano pa ba? For people on the move, da 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 la 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 la. There is no BPI Express Teller. Tick tock 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 tick tock. BPI Express Teller.
My sister works for BPI. She would love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Madami. Wait, ano pa bang iba?
Oh.
Na, hindi ko na
Somebody
matanda.
says, loving GMC. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Instant Nido. When you want all the goodness and you want all the freshness and that, you can get it from Instant Nido. 1, 2, 3, 4 in 4 seconds flat. Instant Nido.
Oh my, this is gold, you know. Okay, so tell us, sir, before we kasi I know medyo na ano namin yung oras mo. Well, siguro nung sabi nila pag nung sinabog yung talent in writing, in singing, sinalo mo lahat eh. So how
Hindi naman lahat.
hindi naman lahat.
No, God has blessed many other songwriters in this country. One of them is the late Willie Cruz.
Willie Cruz.
George Canseco. Oh, many.
Yeah. But those commercials really, and Alaska, BPI, just add one egg. No, that's my favorite soup. I know that. So how did that talent of writing not only a song but jingles, because I know very mahirap, sir, you need to visualize, you need to put yourself into that product to deliver a good and ang importante sa jingle is the recall.
Yeah,
right?
The recall. Yeah. So I guess I grew up listening to a lot of children's songs, music for children. And so one way to reach your audience, especially in commercial, is to write something that sounds like a children's song. You see? Da 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 da. Wala pa ring tatalo sa Alaska. So it's like a children's song. For love songs, iba naman yun. Pero for jingles, because you only have 15 seconds, 30 seconds to catch the attention of the audience. So you have to do it in 15 seconds, you see?
So nice. That's yung wala pa rin tatalo ang Alaska, it will live into our lives, into our ears for eternity. that is so good. Okay, we'll read some messages and then we'll have wrap up this. It's a very interesting, and just ngayon lang na confirm that the Alaska jingle and then the soup jingle was made by Sir Jose Marichan, and that's confirmed right here.
I am, by the way, Papa Gio, I am now an endorser for Shopee.
Shopee.
Yes.
There you go.
So for the last 3 years now, I'm the brand ambassador and endorser for Shopee.
Yeah.
And I remember last year, they used one of my melodies. Sa Shopee, bumili sa Shopee, Shopee.
That's a Christmas song, right? That's
yeah. Yeah, and then I'm also now a brand endorser for Uniqlo. Uniqlo is a Japanese brand, and
I love that brand.
Nakajima would know that brand.
Yeah, it's very durable. Yeah.
I'm Sosa. Are you from Cebu?
I think so. She is somewhere in the islands of Mactan. I'm not so sure, but yeah, Martin Cebu. Okay, another message. Now I really believe that ang mga tao na mataas. Oh, there you go. So na mataas daw yung mga forehead, who has a big forehead. Si Sir James very intelligent, sharp memory, and talented sa pagkanta at pagcompose ng songs and jingles. Thank you for giving us beautiful songs. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Marie.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. And then also to that Miss Nakajima. And Sosa, I used to have a friend, a classmate, si Albert Sosa from Cebu.
Yes.
So, yeah. Bisaya Saday. Bisaya.
Oh, naun sa daghan Bisaya man pud. Ilonggo man kami. Okay, your charm
Lola is from Cebu. Ang Lola.
Oh, your Lola is from Cebu. Okay, so
Lola is from Bugo in Cebu North.
Bugo. Yeah. we have friends in Karkar, Cebu also. The
Yeah,
original lechon.
yeah,
You know.
Karkar. Yeah,
Mhm.
I know Karkar. I've been there.
Uh-huh.
Papa G, sino ang favorite singer niya in the Philippines?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. By the way, Marife, um, when I was spending time in Japan, I was exposed to a lot of Japanese pop songs,
Yeah.
and I met even a few pop singers. Kyu Sakamoto. I met him, but
Oh.
he's already passed away. Kyu Sakamoto was the singer and composer of Sukiyaki. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Kyu Sakamoto, and
Mhm.
I met also Fuji Keiko, and then Yuki Saori, and Ishida Ayumi. Yeah, and I have a large collection of Japanese songs. Hito wa dare mo tada hito. But that's for another show. Another show.
What's how do you say guapo daw in Japanese? You say guapo in Japanese?
Well, in among the girls, like you say kirei or
Correct.
kawaii.
Okay.
Kirei desu ne. Kawaii. Kawaii is cute. Kawaii.
Okay.
Kirei is beautiful.
Ah,
Kirei desu ne. So desu ne.
yeah. Iba pala naturo sa amin kasi ang gwapo daw sabi nila kamukhaku. Kamukhaku. Okay.
That sounds like Chinese.
Chinese.
Do you speak Chinese, Gio?
I speak a little of
There's a phrase called "che kaku."
Chekaku.
Yeah, mean go to prison. Che kaku.
Go Chekaku, ah.
You better stick na lang to English.
Stick na lang to English. Okay. Now, sir, if I wish we have more time to talk to you, but it's very it's a dream come true for us here to speak to you because ayan, tingnan mo naman yung mga nagme-message. But
But
at closing,
before I go, Gio,
sure.
sorry, I'm not calling you Papa Gio.
That's fine.
Calling you Gio because I would like to take this opportunity to talk about my new Christmas album
There you go.
containing 22 new songs.
Mhm.
The album is called Going Home to Christmas. Going Home to Christmas. The songs are now available on Spotify for those of you who are interested. But for you, Papa Gio, I'll send you a free copy.
Oh,
And-
yay!
Yeah, and also to your sidekick in Bacolod. I will. So if you text me your address later, I'll send you a free copy. But for the listeners, the album is called Going Home to Christmas, and it has songs like Let Love Be the Gift, Christmas Moments, Pinoy na Christmas, Pagdating ng Pasko, The Bells at Christmas,
The Bells at Christmas.
A Child Again at Christmas, Christmas Air, and many others. 22 new songs going home to Christmas.
Yes, you have a song entitled December 25 featuring Chris Villonco.
Yes, I sing duet with her.
Yeah, so nice. Pinoy na Christmas featuring The Company.
Yeah.
The Time of the Year featuring Sheila Valderrama.
Sheila Valderrama, and she won. She won that year as the best female performer for singing that song, That Time of Year.
The Time of Year.
So I'm sure your listeners will enjoy my new Christmas songs available on Spotify.
It is available on Spotify. So just search for Going Home to Christmas. Lalabas dyan. It's a there with the I don't know if they could see that. They could probably see it. So yeah, stream it, and it's a wonderful Christmas gift to your minamahal. Share that playlist, share that set of songs. Okay, so from Rosario, how I wish I can go home to the Philippines for Christmas. There you go.
Rosario, where is she from? She's from Manila. Because
she's from Anaheim here in California.
what I meant to say is where in the Philippines is she from?
I think in Manila or QC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she was right. Ray Bradbury is a science fiction writer.
Science fiction writer. There you go. Hindi ko alam. Hindi pa ako pinanganak siguro nun.
But his books are available. I mean,
Online.
you can order it on Shopee.
On Shopee, yeah. All right, so no, it's good to know and it's good to see your smiles. And sabi nga ng isang ano natin, his charm makes this Christmas, this pandemic, worth still celebrating Christmas. Tuloy pa rin ang Pasko because there is the songs of Jose Marichan, Wishing Pinas daw. We love all your music. Sabi ni Maria Lourdes. Hi JMC, ayan. Makati, she's from Makati pala. From Makati.
Thank you, Maria Lourdes. And Papa Gio, I want to wish you and all your listeners all over the world, I wish you a truly blessed Christmas.
Yes.
May you all continue to have good health and joy in your hearts, peace in your home, success in all your business endeavor. Bless
so much.
Christmas, one and all. God bless the Philippines. God bless our beautiful country, and God bless all our countrymen wherever they are in the world.
Yes. Naku sir, ito my personal request kasi this is my favorite among your Christmas songs. Ito, personal request. A couple of lines of Perfect Christmas because I think, whether we're facing a weird pandemic now, I think pag Christmas talagang it's still a perfect Christmas. So especially if you're with your family and loved ones, kahit malayo, you could do virtual, right? So yeah.
My idea of a perfect Christmas is to spend it with you in a party or dinner for two. Anywhere would do. Celebrating the Yuletide season always lights up our lives. Simple pleasures are made special too when they're shared with you. Looking through some old photographs, faces and friends we will always remember. Watching busy shoppers rushing about in the cool breeze of December. Sparkling lights all over town. Children's carols in the air. By the Christmas tree, a shower of stardust on your hair. I can't think of a better Christmas than my wish coming true. And my wish is that you'd let me spend my whole life with you. My idea of a perfect Christmas is spending it with you.
Hey! All right! Woo! This is a special, day for all of us. Thank you so much, Sir JMC. You are so, wala kami masabi na because he's so very humble. Kung alam lang nila backstage, we were talking about, and then I was calling him, sir, you're a superstar in our generation. No, don't call me superstar. Right? Yeah. So, thank you so much again, sir. I wish you good health, and of course, you and your family, and I hope you could still do more songs to inspire people, and then your songs will live in our hearts forever and ever. Yan. Maraming salamat. Ay, sir, I'll ask for your address too, and your home address in our Viber text. we'll send you something as a gift from V81 Radio, LA and Manila. All right, there you go, Jose Marichan, the icon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless us all.